As you can see, I've been busy. I plugged in the motor cables. I made a little bracket to mount the video transmitter on. So the reason I've done that is so that I can get access to the port for programming on the actual flight controller board. So I've made this little bracket, strapped it on. It's positioned on there quite firm, and yeah, it's starting to take shape. You can see the buzzer on the back already. So yeah, starting to take shape. I like the position of the video transmitter. It's out of the way, out of harm's reach, and as you can see, the antenna mount will be like so on the top plate. So yeah, I'm going to start putting the lid on. No, actually, I'm now going to sort out the OSD and get the camera in place. Right, this is the Taro OSD. It's actually designed to fit into the Taro mini quadcopter frame. So I purchased it and actually converted it. As you can see, that's the GPS puck, and that's the video in, video out pins on that side. I put this block, it's basically a foam block, so that I can mount it vertically. So that is going to sit in there on the Velcro, and it will sit upright like that. There's a home button to press there if need be to get a home lock on the GPS. Now, yeah, so I'll just set that up and I'll come back to you. Right, looking good. Camera's in position. The OSD is in position. So that's there. Now, I've been thinking, obviously I've got this unit to mount, which is the GPS receiver. Now, so what I've decided to do is I've come up with this, which is basically one of these posts. I've Loctited a thread in there, and this was an old antenna top. So I'm going to actually, when the lid is on obviously, thread that into position on there, and I'm going to position the puck like so, and there it is. That's actually on Velcro, so that can be removed quite easily. I've got Velcro wrapper on the cables. Need access to that button there for programming, which I shall show you in a minute. This unit, I've got the, I don't know whether you can see, but it's the easy UHF. So I get a bit of range on this. So yeah, she's looking kind of nice. So right, thing to do now is plug it in and see what I get. One comment I've got is this is quite a very budget OSD. Now, a part that came with it, I mean this one has got a nice small Molex plug, very much like your video camera 4-pin. This one hasn't. This one's got the larger pins. Now, this was the one that came with it, and I've discovered it's faulty. So my poor Vulcan, as you can see, has had its GPS system ripped out of it. So you can see it's exactly the same unit. So of course, when I couldn't get satellite signal, I had to fault find and start robbing bits. So at the moment, the hexacopter is needed more than the Vulcan. So I've contacted the company and asked them for a replacement. Right, it's all plugged in. Hopefully he'll get some satellites. Right. Right, very dark. Not the best a picture because I've got an overlay of the time from my DVR. But I don't know whether you can see, but I've actually got 7 satellites. Let's see if I can link out my DVR. Right, that's better. As you can see, we've got 7 satellites. I've got longitude and latitude on the top, and I got my voltage 9.2 volts, so it's quite a low battery. So yeah, looking good. Right. As I was saying, when you get these, that's how they came. So all gobbledygook, see the numbers, and that's about all. So what you do, you press and hold that button, and then you get the menu. Now a short press will jump through the options, go down to language, press and hold to make a change. Press EN for English, press and hold. Go to the end of the menu, press and hold, OK. Now that should be rebooted and it should be an English menu. And there you have it. So as you can see, everything is set up as default. So we're not really going to change anything. The only thing we might want to do is calibrate that. So to do that, I'd have to get my meter and do some voltage testing, but we'll do that in a minute, no problem. I'm going to leave everything else as is. Right, so that's what I've got. I've got my satellites, so I'm actually getting 5 satellites indoors, which is good. What that means there is what direction to go to get home. So when it's 0, I'm heading back home. If it's 180, I'm 180 degrees away from myself, so I'm flying directly away from myself. So you basically rotate the craft until it's at 0 and you know you're heading home. Very simple, but these OSDs are very cheap, at 25 quid. We may get them cheaper if you want to wait for China, but no, that's pretty cheap. So, and they're not that bad. The main thing, you get your battery voltage and you get your home heading plus a longitude and latitude, so it'll give you half a chance of finding it. But that's what I haven't tested yet, is how accurate the GPS location is. But that's something to look at later. Right, I've got a battery. My test battery is not fully charged. What I've done, I've connected my fluke meter to the balance port, so I'm getting my battery voltage, ingoing voltage, which is currently 12.22, and I've actually got 12.6. So to set that, I press and hold the button, and I'll go into the menu. I go down to calibration, press and hold, and I should now go to 12.2. 12.2, 12.2. Press and hold the button, and being as I've got them linked together, I shall change that one as well. And press and hold, go down to exit. If you don't exit properly, it won't save the results. And I've now got 12.2, 12.19. Actually, that's dropped to 12.1. So I got 2 meter readings there, slight difference, but they're thereabouts. Don't get better than that. Which and I've also got 7 satellites, so that's actually working through my insulated ceiling, which is foil backed. But at least I got satellite signal, which is quite good. So yep, so I can press a home setting by pressing that, press the button, and it does a home lock, so it knows where home is. So if I was flying from my shed, I'd know where to come back to. So yep, and that's basically the Taro OSD. Very simplified unit, but very handy. And the voltage is now calibrated. So, really pleased with that.